All right, y'all. So this is not even a show. This is like a topic that came up in the midst of us getting ready to do a show, right? So we got to talking about if a person is dating a woman 10, 20 years younger than them, right? So I asked Elijah. This is how the conversation came up. So Elijah was talking about going out with his girlfriend, okay, and her friends, right? So I said, Jaleel, you know, my other son was saying, oh, yeah. He was asking about how their friends were. I said, as a father, I interject, okay, it somewhat passively, humorously, or whatever. I said, why don't you hook Jaleel up with one of them? They both were appalled at the fact that I would even suggest that, because Jaleel is 29 years old and Elijah is 21. His girlfriend is the same age as he is. And he was like, they were like, oh, that's too old. Now, Jaleel, I get it. Jaleel said I wouldn't date a woman that young. And I understand why you wouldn't. I fully understand that. But I also don't think it's a problem. As a father, I wouldn't have a problem per se if my 21, 22-year-old daughter was pursued by a man who was a good man, who was a Christian man, who loved and respected her and honored her. And he's 29, 28, 30 years old. I wouldn't have a problem with that at all, particularly in today's climate. But they acting like I'm off. And so this, I'm gonna let you talk in a minute. But then we blade over into the fact that we talked about Marcus Houston, okay, singer and actor. He's 41, 42. His wife is like 19. I get it. She probably 20, 21 now. I get it. And when I first saw her, I was like, But here's what I said. She legal. But I get it, right? Then we got into Shaq. Shaq is my age or a little bit older. Shaq's girlfriend, Jaleel shaking his head right now off camera. Shaq's girlfriend is 21. I couldn't date no 21-year-old for sure if I was single. I'll never be single because me and this is gonna be 120 years old, and when I leave here, she's gonna be sitting next to me on the side of the bed. But that's how I want to leave. I want to leave with my wife and my children around the bed. I want to be 127, just an old joker, and just close my eyes and go and be with the Lord. That's how I want to live. That's another conversation for another show. But because Shaq's girlfriend is 21, which is essentially she's 30 years younger than him. That is a lot. But anyway, they acting like. They acting like Shaq is 2 steps above a pedophile. Elijah said he's a cough past being a pedophile. Now, Jaleel, defend your position. You just defend your position, please. Okay, I think y'all being a little bit too hard.
There is nothing to defend. It is simply the fact of the matter that in this day, and I don't know what it was like in y'all day and age, because y'all had nasty people too in y'all age. But the difference in this age is that the groomers are being called out. Everybody, all the nasty individuals are being called out, and rightfully so. Drake got called out, rightfully so. And I'm just saying you got to operate with some wisdom and with some doggone common sense. Think about how you were. Of course, everybody's not the same at 18, 19, 20, 21. But still, if you're still that 21, that 18 to 21 gap is still very small and very recent. If you're dating somebody who is 21,
I get it,
and 18,
yeah,
it's weird. She just got out of high school.
Yeah.
She might be in college. That's weird. She still don't fully understand the world. Heck, at 29, I don't fully understand the world, but I got more now than I had then, and I didn't know anything. I was a naive little joker, and I'm still learning right now. Golly, I'm just saying, for a grown man to pursue a woman who just got done being a teenager. I'm just saying, like Marcus Houston picking up, marrying somebody at 19, teenager. Let's not get it twisted. That's still a child. That's a kid. I'm sorry, respectfully, that's not appropriate.
I get it. I don't think it's a morality issue. I think, in my opinion, I would not want my 19-year-old daughter to marry no 41-year-old man, no 30-some-year-old man. I would not want that. But I don't necessarily consider him to be a pervert either. Okay, I think it's a fine line on all of that, and I get it, but I think I think context is key. So my question for y'all is: Shaq dating somebody who is 30 years younger than him, Marcus Houston dating someone who's 20 years younger than him, or I want you to defend your position on this, Jaleel.
Uh-huh.
Someone who is just 6-7 years younger than you. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's a problem. Now let me ask you this. I'm gonna tell you this right here.
Okay.
What you're saying right now at 29, you're saying how you feel about dating a 21-year-old. Now that changes if you're 40 and that woman is 31 or 32. Mm-hmm. It's not
that's more acceptable because at least in my opinion, if you're 30, 31, 33, you marry a dude who's like 45, that's okay. Y'all both grown adults. That's fine.
Okay.
But it's when you get below 30 that it starts to be a problem because those 20s are such you're still gonna be growing and learning for the rest of your life, but those 20s are such formative years that you're kind of growing out of boyhood, out of teenagedom into adulthood, and you're learning the trials and tribulations of this world firsthand and really figuring things out and coming to understand the realities of adulthood. Mm-hmm. For somebody so much older than you, who's old enough to be your parent, to come and kind of engage you romantically,
hold on,
that
Jaleel.
feels
if you're dating, if you're 29 and a woman's 21, you're not old enough to be her parent. If you're dating a woman, if you're 35 and a woman's 26, you're not old enough to be her parent. Yeah. If you're 45 and a woman's 35, you're not old enough to be her parent.
Okay, but that's still inappropriate to me. I don't want to date anybody who's 21. Their mindset is what scares me. That's what's scary. It's not just the age. It's not a morality thing. But you do need to be careful because some people are nasty and they do groom these little girls at 17, and that's sick. Some people get them at 18, but they were talking to them at 17. Let's be real about that. But you are right. I am not, I am not, old enough to be anybody's father. I'm not anybody's father. But 21 is just too close to it. It's just too close to those teenage years for me to be comfortable, pursuing somebody at that age. And me at 29, I wouldn't mind being with somebody who's maybe 3 or 4 years older than me, but I wouldn't want to be with a 40-year-old because I feel like I don't have the bandwidth to be with somebody at that age, or the maturity, or even the life experience, or even the money to really keep up with a woman like that. She don't really need me like that.
That's a different conversation.
That's a very different conversation, to be fair.
So okay, so I want to know what y'all think though. Do y'all think it's something wrong, okay, morally, specifically, for Shaq 52? First of all, ain't none of our business, okay? These grown people, these adults, right? But since Shaq is taking the picture of him hugged up with a little 21-year-old with a whole handful of booty, okay? If he's gonna put that out there, then he put it out there for public scrutiny. She's 21, he's 52. That's significantly older. Marcus Houston, he married a woman, and from what I understand, when he married her, they did it right. Like she was a virgin. He went through her parents, and to be fair, also he's a Jehovah's Witness. I think that. Or is he Seventh-day Adventist?
I don't know.
I think it's Jehovah's Witness. I could be wrong about that. But remember, different cultures have different standards. Okay, that's just being clear about that. But what say you? Is that too much of an age gap? Is that wrong or creepy in any way for a man to be 10, 15, 20 years old? In Shaq's case, 30 years older than his wife or girlfriend? I have my personal opinions about it. My opinion is not nearly as strong as Jaleel's. Elijah walked out, but Elijah has strong opinions, comical opinions. Okay, but anyway, that's my point. What say you? Y'all be on in these comments giving y'all thoughts and opinions about stuff. Drop some on this right here. It's the Akintunde Show.